SPLM strategizes for 2026 elections and national progress. Government launches Teachers in Service training project in Rumbek, Lake State. A national campaign for free treatment of elephantiasis and breast tumor commences in Western Bargazal State. Good evening and welcome to Ssbc News, coming to you live from Juba. My name is Jacqueline Pierino Ephraim. The staff of National Relief and Rehabilitation Commission organized a reception ceremony to welcome the newly appointed commissioner or chairperson. Pardon? The top leadership of SPLM met today at the party's headquarters in Juba to assess their progress and development strategies for the year ahead. With South Sudan heading towards elections in December 2026, the meeting was seen as an important step in revitalizing the party's core values and preparing for the future. Our State House correspondent Alejandro Latok reports.
With the clock ticking toward the end of the transitional period in 2 years, SPLM leadership has reaffirmed its commitment to guiding South Sudan toward lasting peace, stability and prosperity while focusing on preparations for the upcoming elections. President Salva Kiir Mayardit, who also chairs the SPLM, expressed the party's readiness for the 2026 elections. He called on political parties in the country to prepare by registering their organizations and engaging in the democratic process.
2026 is coming. And that is the day when you will be informed that go to cast your vote in the elections. We are ever ready to cast our votes. We want to see our colleagues in other parties to come out openly, because some of them have not registered their parties up to now.
SPLM Deputy Chairman Daniel Aweta Court emphasized the importance of unity both within the party and across the country to ensure sustainable peace and economic stability. He stressed the need for the consistent application of the rule of law and for greater collaboration among South Sudanese to secure long-term peace.
And we people who have given all these orders, please, let us start with one heart. And it is the work of the PB members. What the president says, what the chairman says, is what we have to do.
SPLM Secretary General Peter Lam both expressed his appreciation for the continued support from the president, which has enabled the party's secretariat to effectively manage its operations. Lam emphasized the importance of adhering to the president's recent directives on responsible resource management to benefit the people of South Sudan.
The SPLM is highly appreciative of your time to come here to share with us new tidings for the new year. I want to recognize the directives that you have given to the economic sector last week to collect resources in the right way and to manage resources in the right way and to allocate resources for the service delivery to our people in the right way has been appreciated by our people all over the country.
As the SPLM leadership looks ahead, the party remains focused on its mission to foster peace, stability, and economic development in the country, with a clear vision for the challenges that lie ahead in the 2026 elections. Alejandro Latok, Ssbc News.
Vice President Hussein Abdul Bagia called on the chairperson of Agwok Community Association, Natalina Aweng Abior, have convened to discuss service delivery to the community. Speaking after the meeting, Aweng says the meeting focused on the need to rehabilitate Yenlit Bridge, connecting Gogrial East with Kwajok in Warab State to ease the movement of people and goods.
بكبري بتاع غوريال بتاع نينتيت عشان هو يشوف ناس يصلوا كبري ده، لأنه كبري ده خطر بالنسبة لنا، لأنه لو بحر ملع ناس اللي في مختبر ما بيجوا بجاي، وناس اللي بجاي ما بنشوف بغادي. فديل كان حاجات أنا وعدت بو كوميونيتي بتاعنا بأنه نينا هنجيبوا شبكات، هنجيبوا موية، هنجيبوا مدارس، لأنه نائب رئيس كان وعد ذاته بمدرسة، بأنه مدرسة هيعملوا داخلية للبنات وبسموه باسم بتاع رئيس بتاعنا سلفكير ميارديت. فأنا بشكر كوميونيتي بتاعنا باختراع لهم جابوني، ونحن هسه استلمنا 4 شبكة من نائب رئيس لسيرفيسز كلاستر حسين عبد الباقي.
Government delegations to Nairobi to Maine Peace Initiative is set to leave for Nairobi on 18th of this month to kickstart the second round of the talks. The chairperson of the government delegation to the Tumaini Peace Talks, Kwalma Nyangjuk, and the Norwegian ambassador, Roar Hagstel, discussed the need to concerted efforts from both government and the holdout groups to achieving a lasting peace in the country. Kwalma Nyang emphasized government commitment to reach an agreement with the holdout groups for peace and stability to prevail in the country. While the Norwegian ambassador says his government strongly supports the Nairobi Tumaini Peace Initiative and encourages the parties to utilize the Nairobi platform to iron out their differences to ensure sustainable peace in South Sudan.
Quite about the progress of the Tumaini Peace Agreement, and I've told him we were going to Nairobi on the 18th of this month to continue with the peace talks, and hope that we'll reach an agreement. Because what we need is our brothers who are there, sisters who are there, they join us, they come to the country so that we come and together build the country together. Everybody has there are many rooms in South Sudan where anybody can fit in, find how to contribute in nation building. And then about whether the situation, whether they would really conduct elections by the end of 2026, said the arrangements are taking place, and I'm sure also that we'll make sure that we conduct the elections and they will be peaceful. They will be monitored by anybody that will be interested to come and monitor, but it will be peaceful.
Today I met with Honorable Presidential Advisor Kwalma Nyang. We discussed the Tumaini peace talks in Nairobi, which Norway strongly supports, and also the necessity to implement the Arxis peace agreement. We highlighted the importance of holding elections and making necessary preparations.
Turkey expresses willingness to continue supporting government and the people of South Sudan in achieving a durable peace. Turkish Ambassador Metin Ergin made the statement following a meeting with the senior presidential advisor Kwalma Nyangjuk in Juba on Tuesday. Speaking to Ssbc, senior advisor Kwalma Nyangjuk says he briefed the Turkish diplomat on the Tumaini Peace Initiative and his new plans to addressing the outstanding issues in the security protocol. The meeting also discussed strengthening relations between Juba and Ankara.
Turkey has been a friend of South Sudan and has been supporting South Sudan during the difficult times, and they are ready now to continue to develop our relations with them. He's paid a visit to me, and I briefed him about the situation in the country, about the Tumaini peace agreement, and we're traveling on the 18th of this month to Kenya to continue with the Tumaini peace talks. And the new assignment given to me for the implementation of phase 2 of the security arrangement, that also we're supporting, and we're beginning it very soon, so that the two forces, unified forces, go to training. So this is the briefing I was giving him, and I wanted to know, of course, the progress of the security situation in the country.
It was a courtesy visit, and it was a great pleasure to be here, to be accepted, and have a brief exchange of views on possible bilateral cooperation. And I think this will be a basis for further discussions and benefit of all countries in.
We're out for a short break, and we shall be back with more stories. Stay tuned. Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching SSBC News, coming to you live from the capital, Juba. Norwegian Ambassador to South Sudan, Roald Haxdal, and the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Ruben Madol, on Tuesday discussed issues related to the constitutional making process and transitional justice. The Ministry's Undersecretary, Dr. Gabriel Isaac, says Minister Madol briefed the Norwegian ambassador on the steps so far taken on the judicial reform and transitional justice mechanisms according to the revitalized peace agreement.
The purpose of this visit is the courtesy call to the minister as the first time for him to meet the minister, and it was also a concern that also to discuss issue of concern which he have stated. One of the things also to discuss with the minister the process on constitution making process, issue related to the transitional justice and how far the Minister of Justice is heading to implement or to operationalize the transitional mechanism, which also recently was assented by the President. Also the concern of the reform in judiciary in the Republic of South Sudan.
We discussed the importance of a functional judicial system. Norway very much supports hybrid courts, which we discussed, and it's important that we have these hybrid courts in every state, which it seems to be functioning to a certain extent. We also discussed the constitution-making process and the necessity to prepare for.
The staff of National Relief and Rehabilitation Commission organized a reception ceremony to welcome the newly appointed chairperson, Stephen Kweth Gach, on Tuesday. Addressing the occasion, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management, Albino Akolatak, urges the new chairperson of Relief and Rehabilitation Commission to work towards improving humanitarian services across the country. The Ministry's Undersecretary, William Chana-Chwil, assured commitment to working with the Commission for the success of humanitarian services across the country. The Commission's new chairperson, Stephen Kweth Gach, pledges to cooperate with all the concerned authorities to address humanitarian needs in the country.
This is another great day in the history and in the family of Humanitarian that we are witnessing, and we are receiving our brother Stephen Kweth as the new chairperson of the RRC. I also thank the former chair, our brother Garwit Peter Kolang, for his job and his commitment and his services that he has delivered to the humanitarian family. And we thank him for the efforts and the addition that he made.
As you join us, please, I ask you to join hands with the minister and join hands with your staff and also the staff of the ministry, because the intention we serve is only one, and that is the need of the vulnerable people of South Sudan and the intention of the government of South Sudan.
Unity, teamwork, and collaboration among us is the spirit of togetherness shall be our motto. The challenges ahead are significant. However, as a dedicated team, we must begin the task of facing up to them from today onwards. We must focus on process of serving and delivering humanitarianism. As the saying goes, the divided we fall, the united we stand. Let us unite to stand and for the...
Central Equatorial State Governor Agustino Jadalawani is in Terekeka on his tour of the state counties. Upon arrival, Terekeka County authorities briefed the governor on the general security situation in the area. In a media briefing, the state acting information minister, Gerald Francis, says the tour of the governor aims at exploring the problems facing the rural population. Terekeka County Commissioner George Wani Elia describes the security situation in the areas as stable.
We are in Terekeka. It is actually the continuation of the governor's visit across the state. As all of you witnessed last time, we were in Greater Yei, and now today we are in Terekeka. In our arrival, the governor was received by the people of Terekeka. The governor, of course, is on a specific visit. That is, of course, to first of all, to acquaint himself with the general situation in the county. And he's here to encourage the people to continue living in peace and living together.
اليوم نحن سعداء جدا عشان نحن نستقبل حاكم بتاعنا جنرال أغوستينو كاميلو جدالواني Governor of Central Equatorial State. الوضع الأمنية في المقاطعة بصفة عامة وضع مستقر تماما، والفضل بيرجع لكل القوات النظامية العاملة في محافظة تركيكا. الشعب حقيقة متشوقين، هم عاوزين يشوفوا حاكم بتاعهم وهم عاوزين يسمعوا كلمات كويس من سيد الحاكم. حقيقة نحن مبسوطين لأنه الليلة أبو لما نجي في البيت الأولاد كلهم هيكونوا مبسوطين، فإن شاء الله نتمنى.
The governor of Jonglei State, Mahjoub Bial-Turuk, concluded his tour of the state counties. Governor Turuk stated that the tour aims at fostering peace and unity among communities, as well as addressing critical issues including cattle raiding and revenge killings, calling on the communities to live in peace with their neighbors. The governor also assessed key institutions in Akobo and Ororo counties, emphasizing government's commitment to improving health and education service and economic development in the counties.
السودان مهم إنه نشرع سلام لهم. أنا ده فرصة إنه الناس يشرع سلام للمواطنين. السلام الثاني هي سلام داخل ولاية جونغلة بيننا كأبناء ولاية جونغلة بين المقاطعات التسعة. تحدثنا كثير جدا مع كل شرائح المجتمع من سلاطين المرأة الشباب تجار القيادات الأمنية كلهم أولد المسألة السلام في مقاطعات التسعة ومقاطعة ورور عملنا على المقترحات بتاعت المصالحات هيتم في كل المقاطعات المجاور لهم خاصة مع مقاطعة أيود وكذلك مقاطعة نيرون من جهة وكذلك عقوبة للحل بعض المشاكل البسيطة.
Let's go for a short break and we shall be back. Welcome back. This is SSBC News. I'm Jacqueline Pierino. Government and partners launches Teachers Free In-Service Training Project in Rumbek, Lake States. The 2-year project, supported by Oxfam, aims at strengthening the capacity of teachers to promoting quality education in the state. Addressing the launch, Lake State's Education Minister Nelson Makoi Makur applauded Oxfam and other education partners for their continual support towards improving the education sector. The Director General for Basic and Secondary Schools at the National Ministry of General Education and Instruction, David Lawila Modi, encourages teachers to enroll for the training to develop their career. Oxfam Manager Majer Majok Adut confirms that the project targets Rumbek East, Awerial and Wolo counties.
We are committed and prioritize education. We also prioritize agriculture and health because these are key sectors of service delivery. Our National Ministry of Education also try a lot. They have been working day and night to make sure that education sector is improved in the country.
Without free service training, it is really a problem. For example, let me give a live example. If we have MAPEL, Teachers Training Institute, is closed. Because of what? Teachers, student teachers who are attending pre-service program, they are supposed to be in boarding. They are supposed to have all materials, scholarship materials, and then food for them.
We are doing a project launching. A project that is called Regional Teachers Training. We call it RTI. This is an EU-funded project through our Oxfam office in Denmark. It's a 2-year project that focuses mainly on teachers training, the in-service training. Thereafter, we'll again go to the counties to carry out project inception with the county education authorities, including the...
A national campaign for free treatment of elephantiasis and breast tumor commences at Lokoloko Health Center in Western Bargazal State. The State Health Minister, Dr. Francis Michael Hassan, calls on patients with elephantiasis and breast tumor symptoms to report to the health center for diagnosis and treatment. The coordinator for Endemic Diseases Program at the National Ministry of Health, Lawrence Ochala, says the campaign aims at encouraging early detection and treatment of suspected infected persons.
بنعلن رسميا بداية بتاعت علاجات بتاعت داع الفيل في مركز بتاعت لوكلوكو وباقية مراكز بتاعت الولاية، ويمكن برضو الناس بتاعت الهيدروسيل أو المعروف بالكوكا انتوا وصلوا رسائل إذا في أي كيس في أي حالة موجود في المجتمع انتوا تجيبوهم عشان يسجلوهم، ونحن إن شاء الله في التنسيق مع الوزارة الاتحادية عشان برضو نحن نقدر نقدم لهم اللي بيحتاجوا عمليات، نحن نقدم لهم عمليات. عشان كده بعد ذاك نحن نقدر نجعل إنه المواطنين بتاعنا صحيين.
الدالفين يا أخوانا بالبسيط نقول الأوفي من زباو صودا، لكن الدالفين ده بيجي بواسطة شنو؟ اللي هو باوت، والباوت ده يا أخوانا السنة اللي فاتت شفنا هنا كمية من باوت كتير. وجوما دي انت بتشوف زي ده ما معروف فيهم دي اتو اللي بيجيب ملاريا واللي بيجيب ده بيجيب ما معروف. ف بالطريقة ده شفناه ده ما في زول هنا المسكوا دالفيل قال غلطان، لأنه باوت ده يا أخوانا أي زول باخله وأي زول بيتوقع إنه شنو كلام ده يمسكه. فالرسالة بتاعي بمشي قوي لأنه شنو سوق بتاعنا كان ما عملنا فوق إعلام ما بكون كويس، لأنه الدواء جاي كل سنة وأي زول لما الدواء يجي ما يابا دواء، إذا ما شلت الدواء تبكون عميان.
As the Relief and Rehabilitation Commission continues to distribute the state's share of wheat and rice donated by Chinese government, the Greater Equatorial States secured their shares on Monday. In statement to SSBC, the chairperson of Distribution Committee, Peter Madol, reassures the committee's commitment to ensure that the relief reach all designated groups and states. The Executive Director of Central Equatorial State Relief and Rehabilitation Commission, Matthew Abujim Enoka, appreciated government efforts in addressing humanitarian needs in the country. On his part, Western Equatorial State Acting Chairperson of Relief and Rehabilitation Commission, Thomas Aringa Paul, emphasized the importance of the food supply in addressing the problems facing the needy.
We have completed the distribution to states of Bahr el Ghazal. We have also completed that of Upper Nile, and today we are giving out to states of Equatoria, and we are with the Central Equatoria Coordinator, RRC Executive Director, and the Western Equatoria Acting Chairperson of the RRC. They will take the food, take it to the states, and to respond to the needs, especially in Western Equatoria.
Today is a very, very good privilege for our Central Equatorial State to receive our quota of the Chinese rice. It is too long, but because the work is done according to the states. So today we are here to receive the quota of Central Equatorial State, which is 300 bags of Chinese rice. So this food to be taken to the state, and the state will prioritize the needed areas or the people who are in need.
I would like to thank the government of South Sudan, together with the Chinese government, for positively respond to our IDPs who are suffering at the camp. So in Western Equatorial State, we have one county which is totally displaced. Almost everybody is in the camp. But we can also praise the government of South Sudan for giving us this ratio, which is 250 bags of rice. So based on the statistics that I have in the camp, though the food is not enough, but we are going to target the most vulnerable.
Rain flood-affected community and returnees from Sudan who are sheltering in Juba have benefited from the humanitarian assistance donated by the Chinese government. Rain Minister of Health and Environment Elizabeth Acholbol witnessed the distribution of the food supply to the needy in Juba. Montoch Macquarie, who spoke to the media on behalf of the Ruang Chief Administrator, commends government for the support.
The government has decided to distribute these food items to the community of Ruang that are based in Juba through the representatives of the county. Those are the chiefs, and I am here today to say that these chiefs, these are the closest people to the community, and the food items are handed to them officially today by myself and the coordinator plus the deputy coordinator, so that they can go down the village and give the food items to the needy within Juba. So the reason why we are giving these food items here in Juba, it is because one of the key challenge is the transportation challenge.
Nina غيدار روان نينا مقصودين في الحاجة البسيط ودارشون إنسانية جاب لنا. أذكر وزير برضو لا تظنوا جاب الحاجة البسيطة للمواطن البسيط. أنا بذكره. أنينا مقصودين ما عندنا أي مشكلة. إذا إنه في حاجة جاي وراه برضو ما بنقول لا. لأن الشعب ده تعبانين شوية كذا نادر كان جايين في خرطوم.
That brings us to the end of our news for tonight. On behalf of my colleagues in the news and current affairs, as well as in the control room, I'm Jacqueline Perino, wishing you all the best.